Everybody talks about retiring in Thailand. Places like Bangkok, Pattaya, even Phuket. Bright lights, big expat communities, Western comforts everywhere. But what if the real answer isn't any of those places? What if it's somewhere quieter, slower, and off the beaten track? After I got made redundant for the second time in 2 years, I decided enough was enough. I left Australia chasing something different. Slower mornings, less white noise, and a life that gave me time to think. This is Nong Khai, a quiet city in northeast Thailand. No skyscrapers, no beach clubs, no hype. It's a simple life without the tourist traps that bring the craziness. Today I want to find out if a place like this could actually work, not just to visit, but to live or even retire. And this is part of a bigger road test that I'm doing across Thailand at the moment. I'm trying to figure out where you could actually base yourself long term. So if you're thinking about making a move, or even just curious about what life looks like outside the West, make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow my journey. Because at the end of this video, I'm going to break down this place properly and give it a life fit score that we can compare with other places along the way. G'day Groovers, welcome to the Park and Pool Resort here in Nong Khai. It's a beautiful balmy day and loving life at the moment. I hope you're all doing really well and planning retirement, if not putting a few things into place for now. Anyway, we're here on consignment. I'm doing some shooting around here for the next couple of days. Of course, there's another big event. Thais love their events. It's always something going on, so don't ever be worried about your social life. I think there's plenty to do out here. We're here covering it, and I want to see if Nong Khai is a viable spot. It's definitely come up on the radar for a good retirement location, and I think we're going to find a good combination of affordability and lifestyle here, and I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you guys stick around for the ride, and let's have a look at this hotel. I'll give you a quick look-see, and I want to give you a room reveal as well. Tucked away in Nong Khai is the affordable Park and Pool Resort Hotel. This place is less about luxury and more about simplicity done right. I chose this place because it had a nice pool to cool off during the heat of the day. You've got a large open pool, plenty of shaded seating, basic rooms on site, and a small cafe turning out drinks and simple meals. A lot of expats come through here, and that's really what gives the place its character. Sit down for 5 minutes and you'll hear stories from guys who have been here a week to others who have quietly built a life in this part of Thailand. And the best part is, you don't even need a room. For just 100 baht, you can walk in and use the pool for the day. So it becomes this open, easy meeting point for travellers, long stayers and locals, all crossing paths in one laid back corner of Nong Khai. It's simple, it's honest, and it's definitely a great place to chill out and enjoy a cocktail at the end of the day. Alright Groovers, let's do a room reveal for you guys. So the twin beds are the best deal you'll get here. Of course we are here, we've got these beautiful views. So we're in the main building here, and you've got all those little cabins out there, you can rent those. I don't mind these little rooms. Let's have a look. This is just your standard twin. Has everything you need. It's very well kitted out, it's clean. What I loved as well was the bonus chair. It's actually a really comfortable chair to work from. So I'm always looking for little nooks that I can work. Little bathroom area, nice clean toilet. I think it's a good hotel to get started. You come here, you'll meet a lot of expats here. They're all blowing through here, and the train station's just around the corner. When you start thinking about the next chapter of your life, it's not just about cheap rent. It's about finding somewhere that still feels alive. Somewhere that doesn't feel like you've quietly disappeared from the world. Nong Khai sits right along the Mekong River, with Laos just across the water. And while it's often overlooked, this isn't a tiny village. It's a proper regional city in northeast Thailand. You've got markets, cafes, hospitals, supermarkets, even a few shopping centres. So on paper, it has everything you need. But the real question is that enough? Nong Khai surprised me. It reminds me of some of the smaller port cities back in Australia. Laid back, historical streets and old architecture. The river air, live music and slower pace of life give it a distinct character separate from any other place I've experienced in Thailand so far. I'll be honest, it grew on me quickly. The city feels busy when you want it to be, but never overwhelming. And while we were there, Nong Khai was hosting one of its biggest annual events, the Prapo Monument Celebration and Red Cross Fair. This runs from March 5 to the 13th annually. It takes place here in the Muang district, around the Prapo Monument and the old Provincial Hall, and it's deeply tied to the city's history. The festival honours those who lost their lives during the 19th century Boer Wars. But what you see now is a mix of that history with everyday life. Local performances, trade stalls and plenty of food. Let's talk about costs. In Nong Khai your money will definitely stretch further from my experience. Rent is one of the big ones. You can find simple apartments or small houses around here for a fraction of what you'd pay in the bigger Thai cities. Food and local meals are also very cheap. There are many street food vendors, riverside spots and small family-run places. You're eating really well without thinking twice about the bill. And then there's the comparison just across the river in Vientiane. I would say that hotels, food and daily costs here are 40% cheaper here in Nong Khai. That's a massive difference and something to consider. I also think Vientiane was on par with some of the major tourist spots in Bangkok. With that said, here is my Life Fit score for Nong Khai. Okay, let's start with cost of living. You can live here comfortably on a modest budget. That's a big plus. I'm giving Nong Khai an 8 out of 10 for cost of living. Healthcare in Nong Khai is decent. For day-to-day stuff, you're covered. Hospitals, clinics, pharmacies, they're all here. But if something serious happens, you're probably heading to Udon Thani, which is 40 minutes up the road. I'm giving Nong Khai a 7 for healthcare and infrastructure. Lifestyle in Nong Khai is not for everyone. This is slow living, riverside walks and quiet cafes. There's a social side with expats, long stayers and people who have chosen a different pace, but don't expect nightlife or big city energy. For this reason, I'm giving it a 7 for lifestyle. The expat scene in Nong Khai is not big, but it's there. You won't find massive communities or polished setups here. What you'll find are people who stayed that you will get to know if you put yourself out there. I'm giving it a score of 7 out of 10 for the expat community. Nong Khai is affordable, it's stable, and life here doesn't throw too many surprises at you. But this isn't a place that keeps evolving. It stays the same and you have to be okay with that. So it's either exactly what you want or something you'll eventually outgrow. But for the right person, it can last. So the final score for Nong Khai is 7 out of 10. Nong Khai isn't for everyone, but if you're chasing quiet, affordability and a slower life by the river, this might be one of Thailand's most underrated options. For me, I love the city and it suits me for a potential home base. I would also say that Nong Khai is definitely one of the most underrated cities that you will never hear about. Thank you so much for tuning in and be sure to check out my next episode where we visit some places that you've definitely heard about. I'll see you then.